All right, everyone, back with another video. Today we are making Southern style chicken tenders, and we are going to serve them up with the sauce, is what I like to call it, or chicken sauce, whatever you want to call it. This is a sauce that is very, very near and dear to the Southeast in the United States, and I'm going to show you guys how to make it. It's similar to Raising Cane's sauce or Zaxby's, Guthrie's, one of the originals. But yeah, this is just my version of it, and it goes perfect with chicken tenders. So make sure you guys stick around, watch this video, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, first things first, most important, let's make the sauce. We're gonna start with 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, however you wanna say that, that's how I've always said it, 1 teaspoon of, I'm using apple cider vinegar, but you can use white vinegar, it's just what I had on hand. All right, we're just gonna mix those ingredients, just kinda get all the dry ingredients incorporated with the wet. And now we're gonna go in with 1 cup of mayonnaise and then half a cup of ketchup, and that's it. This is a super simple sauce, but like I said, trust me, if you try this with some chicken tenders, it's gonna change your life. If you've never had this before, then I promise you need to try it. All right, let's get started on the chicken. Most importantly, if you're making chicken tenders, please use chicken tenderloins. I hate when I go to a restaurant and they're like, oh, we serve chicken tenders. Turns out it's not chicken tenderloins. It's actually just breast strips or whatever, just chicken breasts that have been cut into strips to make them look like chicken tenders. Nah, man, I want the tenderloins. So that's what we're using today. And if you're gonna make this recipe, I highly recommend that's what you use as well. That's just a superior product. It is the filet mignon of the chicken, if you will. But yeah, they do have this little tendon like on the back end, and you can see right here, I'm just trimming it off. I'm using kitchen shears. You can cut it off with a knife, but it's just a little piece right there, and it's just gonna take that off, because if not, it's kind of chewy, so you want to get rid of that. Now we're gonna line them all out and just do a light coating of salt across all of them. We'll give them a flip and do another light coating of salt across them as well. Alright, so now that the chicken is seasoned on both sides, we are going to throw that into a bowl, a Tupperware container, whatever you have on hand, and we're just going to cover that with buttermilk. And what the buttermilk is going to do is it's going to be our brine or our marinade, and that's it. It's just a little bit of salt, a little bit of buttermilk. What it's going to do is tenderize and give these chicken tenders a lot of flavor. So just give that a mix and let it sit in the fridge for at least 30 minutes, but I would recommend overnight if you can. Okay, in the meantime, we're gonna get started with our seasoned flour. So we've got 1 cup of all-purpose flour, a half a cup of cornstarch, and then we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 of a teaspoon of black pepper, a half a teaspoon of granulated garlic, and a half a teaspoon of paprika. And just mix that up. It's a very simple seasoned flour. Like I said, the star of the show here is the sauce. The chicken is delicious, but we don't want to over season it. The sauce is where you're gonna get the most of your flavor. So now, after letting the chicken sit overnight, or at least 30 minutes, like I said, we are going to take those out and try and just let the buttermilk kind of drip off, get as much buttermilk off as you can, and then we're gonna throw them straight into the seasoned flour, and that's it. We're just gonna toss them in there, just make sure every crack and crevice gets filled with that seasoned flour, and then we'll pull them out one by one and set them off to the side on a plate before we go to the frying. All right, now it's time to start frying. So we're gonna go into a large pot on a medium-high heat. We're gonna put in about 1.5 to 2 inches high of, I'm just using straight vegetable oil. And the temperature we're trying to aim for here is between 300 and 350, so 325 is ideal. Once you get it up to that temperature, you're gonna drop the chicken tenders. You wanna overcrowd it. I'm just doing 3 to 4 at a time. And we're just gonna drop them in one by one very carefully. And yeah, 5 to 6 minutes. Just control the temperature. Make sure if it goes above 350, you drop it down. If it goes below 300, you bump it up. And after 5 to 6 minutes, you are left with some delicious golden brown, crispy chicken tenders. All right, everyone, there you go. Super simple, classic, just Southern style buttermilk fried chicken tenders. The thing that really sets this recipe apart is the sauce. I mean, especially if you live in the States, especially the Southeast, you know what I'm talking about. Raising Cane's, Guthrie's, Zaxby's, Huey Magoo's. There's tons of restaurants that have similar sauces to this. This is my version. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you need to try this recipe, because I promise you it's a game changer for all of your fried chicken tenders. But yeah, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoy it. Please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what recipes you want to see me do next, and subscribe if you haven't already. So thank you guys so much, and yeah, peace.